This is Dola. She has no idea that in exactly 5 minutes, my phone will buzz with a notification. My final office salary. In Vietnam's current economy, giving up a stable job to become a full-time YouTuber is considered financial suicide. My parents think I'm crazy. My bank account agrees with them. But today, I'm not running to the office. I'm spending my last paycheck on one perfect day to treat myself. And tomorrow, the real gamble begins. I'm locking myself in this room with just a camera, a dog, and no safety net. Would you do the same? With Dola safely tucked into my shoulder bag, we hit the chaotic streets of Saigon for my first breakfast as a free man. I pull over at a tiny roadside spot. You can smell the sweet, smoky aroma of grilled pork and chicken thighs over hot coals from blocks away. In Vietnam, this is where real life happens, on plastic stools by the pavement. I ordered a plate, sat down, and realized, for the past 5 years, my breakfast was just instant coffee swallowed down in a rush. Today, every bite tastes like freedom. It's a beautiful morning, and my final paycheck is still untouched in my pocket. All right, paid the bill, strapped Dola back in, and we're off. Usually by this time of the morning, I'd be sweating in some boring meeting, wishing I was anywhere else. But today, we're just cruising. I ended up pulling over at a quiet spot and letting Dola out of his bag so he could stand on the floorboard and sniff the Saigon air. She was absolutely loving it. Honestly, just watching her enjoy the breeze made me feel like quitting my job was the best decision ever. We were having the perfect morning. Well, until my bike decided to ruin the vibe. Turns out, my back tire was completely done. It had a slow leak, and the rubber was worn out anyway, so a patch wasn't going to cut it. I had to shell out for a brand new tire. It's funny how life works. The moment you decide to step out of your comfort zone and enjoy a little freedom, a reality check hits you right away. While the mechanic was doing his thing, I just sat there with Dola, trying not to stress. In Vietnam, these unexpected bills can really ruin your day, but honestly, it's just a flat tire. We can fix this, and then we keep moving. I guess this is my first lesson in freelance life. Expect the unexpected. Sitting here on the pavement, watching him work, I realized I haven't just sat still like this in years. No emails to answer, no Slack notifications, just a broken bike, a dog, and a fresh start. After sorting out the bike, Dola and I headed to this hidden gem, a vintage cafe tucked inside an old villa area right by the river. It's packed with lush green trees and actual classic cars. It feels like stepping into a different world. I ordered my drink and found us a cozy little wooden hut right on the water. Feeling the cool breeze and watching the river flow with Dola, man, this is exactly what I needed. For the first time in years, my mind is completely quiet. No office stress, just this moment. As I sit here watching Dola sniff around the wooden deck, I realize how much I've missed this, just doing absolutely nothing. For years, my mind was constantly racing, checking emails, planning the next presentation, worrying about the next quarter. But right now, the only thing that matters is this cold drink and this silly dog trying to catch a leaf. He doesn't know about my career change or the financial risks ahead. Having him here makes me realize, as long as I have a roof, a camera, and my best bud, maybe everything is going to be just fine. Next stop on my self-care tour, street snacks. I grabbed 2 grilled cassava cakes by the roadside. Absolutely delicious. To wash it down, I decided to get some boba. Funny thing is, I almost never drink milk tea, maybe twice a year tops. But hey, rules are meant to be broken today. I stood on the pavement, happily chewing on my warm cake while waiting, trying not to think about how this might be my last splurge for a very long time. Since I'm starting YouTube from zero tomorrow, my budget is about to get incredibly tight. When the drink came out, I didn't even wait to get home. I just stood there and finished the whole cup in one go. It felt so good to just eat what I want without rushing back to a desk. Let's see if I'll still be able to afford this cup of tea next month. Dola and I spent the evening just cruising. We went from dark, quiet back streets where you can barely see your own shadow, straight into the crazy bumper-to-bumper traffic. Just a typical night in Vietnam. But my stomach started growling, so I decided to officially end this day with a bang. We hit up my favorite local spot for some grill and chill and hot pot. I ordered all my favorite meats, and let me tell you, the smell of that grill is heaven. This is my last big spend from my final office paycheck. Tomorrow, it's back to strict budgeting, cheap instant noodles, and endless editing sessions. But tonight, I'm not thinking about the YouTube algorithm, inflation, or how I'm going to pay rent. Tonight, it's just me, some good food, and my loyal partner Dola, enjoying the last few hours of our beautiful holiday. Sitting here, surrounded by the smell of grilled meat, it finally started to sink in. Tomorrow, I don't have to check my email before bed. I don't have to prep for a morning meeting. It feels amazing, but honestly, it's a little scary too. Giving up a steady paycheck in this economy means I'm completely on my own now. No corporate safety net. But looking at Dola, who's just patiently waiting for a piece of chicken, I know I made the right choice. Life is too short to spend 8 hours a day doing something that doesn't make you happy. I'm ready to give YouTube everything I've got. I know what some of you might be thinking. Quitting a stable job right now, when the economy in Vietnam is so tough and everyone is holding on to their cash, is probably a terrible idea. And honestly, there are moments today where that exact thought crossed my mind. When I was looking at that flat tire earlier, or when I was paying for this dinner, a tiny voice in my head asked, "Are you sure you can survive without a monthly direct deposit?" But then, I look at how happy I've been today. For the past 5 years, my life was on autopilot. I was surviving, but I wasn't really living. I was trading my sanity and my time for a paycheck that just kept me comfortable enough not to quit. That's a dangerous trap. So tonight, as I finish this last piece of grilled meat and sip this hot pot soup, I am officially letting go of that safety net. Tomorrow morning, when the alarm goes off, I won't be opening Excel sheets. I'll be opening Premiere Pro. I'm starting this YouTube channel from absolute zero. I don't know if I'll succeed, and I don't know if I'll even make enough to afford this hot pot next month, but I promise you one thing, I am going to give this everything I've got. If it works, amazing. If it doesn't, at least I can look back and say I actually tried. Thanks for spending this last day of freedom with me and Dola. Tomorrow, the real work begins. All right, bill is paid, belly is full, and we're heading home. This officially wraps up my last day of freedom. Tomorrow, the real grind begins, and day one of my full-time YouTube journey starts at 8 a.m. sharp. Finally back home, I drove into the parking basement, took the elevator up, and the moment I unlocked the door, I finally let Dola out of her bag. She immediately ran around, happy to be back in her territory. I walked over to the balcony, and man, the weather outside is getting crazy. The wind is howling, the clouds are pitch black, and a massive storm is about to hit the city. Standing here, watching the storm roll in, it feels so surreal. It's almost like a metaphor for my life right now. Tomorrow, a storm of uncertainty is coming for me too. No more monthly salary, no more corporate safety net. It's scary, not gonna lie. But as I look inside at my quiet room, with Dola curled up on the floor, I realize, as long as I have this peace inside, I can handle whatever storm life throws at me. My final paycheck bought me this perfect last day. Tomorrow, day one begins. Let's do this. All right, time to turn off the lights and get some rest. The vacation is officially over. Tomorrow, the lens cap comes off, and the real work begins. See you guys on day one. Good night.